Okay. Okay. So, tashi deleg, everybody. Okay, so tonight, our meditation, Bodhicitta, right? Bodhicitta? So, the Bodhicitta meditation is like a usual meditation, but we add a little bit at the end. Generally, we all know that meditation is actually sort of like bringing ourselves into the present moment, and then just kind of like connecting. So the purpose of the meditation, why meditation is important, or why do we meditate? Just a basic purpose is when we meditate, what happens is we bring ourselves into the present moment, and then it will connect with ourselves. So to connect with ourselves, somehow we are always in the present moment. We exist in the present moment. Just kind of we exist in time. And then time just kind of like divided into three, right? The past, present, and then future. So if we look into the nature of the time, then past is just past. So it was, or it did exist, but does it exist right now? Then we can actually clearly say that it doesn't exist, it is gone. And then future is kind of like considered to be time, but actually it is not really a time. It is just not yet exist. It is not yet here. So like when we actually talk of time, the time is actually the present moment. So somehow, if we exist, that means we exist always in the present moment. So if we want to connect, we cannot connect with ourselves if we go into the past, because we are not in the past. We are not in the future. Where we are, where everything is, where is the reality, where is the truth? The truth is actually in the moment. So that is why when we meditate, what happens is we are bringing ourselves into the present moment so that we can actually connect. So what is the importance? Why? Then like our kind of logical mind or rational mind always asks this question, right? Why it is important to connect? Because if we don't connect, then there is a word for that, right? Disconnect. So when we feel, or when we are disconnected, when we have a disconnection kind of feeling, we are not comfortable. We just kind of, it is totally unnatural. Somehow disconnecting sort of means like you are not there. So you are not there means you are totally disconnect. So if you are disconnect with your true self or yourself, then it is kind of like you are lost. So if we are lost, then what happened? It's just kind of like we are lost in somewhere, like feels like we don't exist. And that is actually a worse feeling. And somehow, like the things that we afraid, like we consider death as some sort of like a fearful thing, right? And actually what happens, what really happens when we die? When we actually die, what happens is there is a big disconnection happens. So what kind of disconnection happens is we disconnect from our body, or our mind disconnect from our body. So that is actually not a fun thing, not a good thing. So that is right now when we are alive, what happened is our mind and our body is actually connected in reality, and it is important to feel that connection. So when we feel this connection, when we actually kind of live with that connection, and somehow when this like a mind and body connect, then something sparks, like a aliveness, livelihood, like a lively kind of thing, fresh. And so that is why meditation is actually the method to bring that connection or sense of connection feeling. So that is why, just kind of simply, what is the purpose of meditation is to connect with yourself. So when we feel connect, then everything actually start. All the good things in life, or all the good things start from there. It's like everything we actually dream, like such as happiness, love, compassion, all things happen when we feel connected. And just kind of like nobody feels love and compassion if you are totally disconnected from reality or disconnected from the truth. So that is why like another name for love is also when you feel love to yourself or someone or something, what do you feel? You feel connected, right? When you feel connected with someone, what you say is, I feel love. So that is why meditation is actually kind of like establish that sense of connection. And when we actually meditate, so that is actually, we go with this kind of like bringing that sense of connection, because somehow when we say I, then somehow on the surface, where we are actually, where do we exist? We exist in a physical reality, right? So in the physical reality, we have a body. So this body is on the surface of our existence. So that is why like we actually can bring that sense of connection with our body by actually applying mindfulness or attention, or bringing our attention to our body. And there is some technique in the Tibetan tradition that we kind of like bring our attention to our body by relaxing each and every part of the body, sort of like, so that is the method, that is the technique of bringing our mindfulness into our body. So that actually help us to connect with the body. And then just kind of like many times in our life, we just think that we exist as a physical reality, but it is not. We are not only physical reality. I think we do experience many things, right? We do experience many things that is beyond our physical reality, such as we have so many emotions, we have so many feelings, so many experiences that is not actually, other people cannot actually see it or feel it. Only individual can feel it and experience it. And that is also one big part of us. And so that is why like we in generally, we just don't stay in the physical level. We go a little bit deeper beyond the physical reality, like connecting with our experiences, feelings, emotions, and all these things. And that is, we don't go there like often. We just kind of like many times, this is a little bit scary part of our life, that we feel it, but we always try to ignore it, because it is not something beautiful in there. Like we all have so many kind of like negative kind of like feelings and emotions, and then I think that is also one big mistake that we do in our daily life. So that is why in meditation we put ourselves together, and then just kind of like we ready to face. Like we are not facing anybody other than ourselves. This experience, this feeling, this emotion, these are all ours. This is nobody else. It doesn't belong to anybody other than yourself. So this is, if we don't connect with this, who is going to connect? So that is why we go beyond the physical reality and then connecting with our experiences. Those are feelings and emotions and things like that. And that is another part of the meditation. And then we kind of like don't stop there. We go a little bit further by like exploring and what is beyond our experience. And of course, beyond our experiences, feelings, emotions, there is all these ideas, thoughts, right? Like all these different notions about ourselves, about the world, and what we normally think, and all these voices, inner voices, I will say, mental voices, the chatting box, right? So this chatting box is actually very interesting part of ourselves. It is just kind of like in our meditation, it is actually good to really go. And it is fun, actually, to listen. And there is another technique for that. You just go in there and listen and not try to fix it. Just go in there, listen it, and don't react over it. It is just like, you just acknowledge that, oh, I am saying this. My mind, I'm saying this. It is saying something. And so just kind of like, it will say all those kind of contradiction things. One moment it will say yes, next moment it will say no, and then it's just like all this conflict, yes, no, maybe, and that's the whole another world that we have, and that's also whose thoughts are there, whose voice is that, and then somehow we will actually understand those are my voice. And I'm the one who is speaking those things. So that is kind of, those voices, those thoughts are very powerful part of us, actually. And somewhere we need to connect with them too. We just should not ignore. We should not just kind of like act like this is not my voice. It is our noise. It is our sound. It is our kind of like a mental chatting. And just kind of like when you go in there, be mindful with your own thoughts is actually a very powerful method of meditation. It is like you meditate, you just go in there, and the thing is you don't go in there to fix anything. You're not going there to judge there. You're just going there to actually witness your own thoughts. And that is a good part of the meditation. And then actual meditation actually starts from there. It's like when you actually look and watch your thoughts without reacting over it or without letting yourself carried away by it. If you are carried away by your own mental thoughts and voices, then somewhere you are not meditating. You are kind of, that's what we call the wandering. Your mind is wandering. So the actual meditation actually starts there. It is just like you witness, you watch, you pay attention, be mindful without reacting over it. Just kind of watching it and not reacting. And then you will actually get the real taste of meditation there. And what happened is you will actually sort of these all thoughts are very interesting. They are like the clouds. And I'm just kind of many times what happens is when all these thoughts come, we get carried away. When our mental voice say yes, we get carried away by it. And then next moment it will say no. And again we carried away by it. And then it just kind of, we get confused, right? It's just like, I just, one moment ago, I just said yes. And then the next moment I said no. Then, like it's the same person who say yes and no. But then you're just kind of like, so which should I actually validate? Which one is true? Which one is me? And then we got so kind of carried away, to the east, to the west, and then just like our mind gets jumping from one end to another end, and that is what we call the restlessness. So that is like when we go there and just like, okay, this is saying yes. So you don't totally let yourself carried away. It say no, don't let yourself carried away. Just simply watch, and somewhere you will know that all these mental voices chatting is just a thought. They are like the cloud. And actually, my mind is like the sky. So myself is like the sky. So in that sky, sort of like you actually open yourself up. And that is what, in the Buddhism, what we call is like the spaciousness. So where you actually identify yourself as this space, like you feel like you kind of like you actually get a sense of you identifying yourself like the space. When you identify yourself like the space, and there, like you will get a sense of openness. And that is what actually we call opening your mind, opening your heart. And when your mind is open, when your heart is open, and then somewhere love and compassion, bodhicitta, all this spiritual quality will start growing there. Because that is the space. And if we don't have that space, no matter how much we try to develop or try to put seeds of spiritual practice or whatever, it is somewhere no space. It is just like, it will not grow. If there is no space, nothing will grow, right? So that is why opening is very important part of the meditation, and especially in the bodhicitta. So when you open, then what happens? Your heart open. When your heart opens, then somehow you actually looking for a very kind of like a bigger picture, you will not lost into small, trivial, kind of like mundane problems. And those mundane problems, those everything, it will start looking small, just kind of like it's not a big deal. And you will start actually seeing more bigger picture. So in the bigger picture, what things matter? So then you will actually see. Now what matter is actually you will see that love and compassion matters. And that is important. And then not just wishing other sentient beings or yourself to be happy. When you actually first generate a love, that wish, genuine sense of wishing yourself and other to be happy, that sense is a loving sense, right? And then just you don't stay there, okay, this is just a wish. And then you actually starting to look into, okay, I'm wishing to be happy. Is it possible? Is it possible? Or is this just my dream or wish? Then you will actually come to know that actually it is possible. Happiness is possible. So what kind of happiness? Then it is like when I become enlightened being, then I'm totally happy. And I have that enlightened seat. And not only me, every sentient being has that seat too, Buddha nature. And somehow then it's like you are actually looking in a bigger picture. When you start looking in a bigger picture way, then somehow this wishing to achieve enlightenment, and that is actually bodhicitta. Bodhicitta. Bodhi means enlightenment. Citta means a mind or the heart towards the enlightenment. So you generate or you allow yourself to actually look for enlightenment from your deep heart. So it is not just like, oh, I just wish, I just, thought, I just believe, I'm just, oh, this is just for fun, I'm doing, not like that. It is like you will actually, this kind of like wishing or willing to achieve enlightenment comes from your deep heart, very deep level. And that, when it's kind of like a wishing yourself to become enlightenment, for what? Then again, that is another question. For what? Is it just for one person's sake? Then it is not. When you look at it with a bigger picture point of view, just kind of like if you are doing something for one person's sake, it is just way too small. And then what happens is, I am doing this for the benefit, for the sake of all sentient beings, limitless sentient beings. See, for the sake of all sentient beings, wishing yourself to become enlightened being, that is the definition of bodhicitta. So that is the meditation that we are actually going to do tonight, okay? So that is just a little reminder of what is bodhicitta and what is meditation. So without taking any further time, let us just go into the meditation with this sound of the singing bowl. You can gently close your eyes or keep them slightly open, gazing down towards your nose. Keep your back straight without being rigid. You can place your hands on your lap or on your knees. Bring in your chin just slightly. That will help you to create the feelings that the crown of your head is rising and gently extending upward towards the sky. Your lips are slightly touched. You can put a little smile on your face. Your shoulders held in a strong poise without any tightness or tension. Your legs are crossed or totally resting them on the ground. Now your body is in a meditation posture and getting ready to connect with yourself. And let yourself be comfortable in this posture. Now let us begin to calm and relax our body. starting from our toes. Let go of any tension on your toes. Your whole feet relax. Relax your ankles. Relax your calves. Relax your knees. And relax your thighs. And let yourself feel loose and relax everything below your waist. Soften your waist and lower back. Relax all the muscles around your navel. Now relax your chest. And let the muscles on your shoulders and upper back be loose. Relax all the muscles around your throat. Relax your neck and let your head rest comfortably on your neck. Now let go of any tension in your face. Soften behind and around your eyes. Relax your forehead. And relax your crown. Now your entire body is relaxed. And let yourself feel this relaxation and calmness all around your body. If you notice any tightness or tension in any parts of your body, then breathe into that area and relaxing a little with each exhalations. And let yourself feel comfortable and connected with your body as you are breathing in and out. Now let us begin to bring more relaxation and calmness by being mindful with our breath. Just be aware of your breathing. As you breathe in, let the fresh air fill from your nose into your lower belly area. Exhale the warm air out of your nose. Just be aware of the rise and fall of your stomach on each inhalations and exhalations. Keep breathing. Allow your breathing to be natural, not too deep, not too shallow. Simply breathing in and out. And let yourself enjoy each breath that you're taking in. Notice your body expanding with the inhalations and contracting with the exhalations. And let each breath bring more peaceful relaxation and tranquil feelings within yourself. Allow yourself to rest and relax in your breathing. While you are resting in your breath, whatever you see, hear, smell, taste, or feel, leave them as it is without trying to change or without trying to grasp. Just simply be mindful with all the sense. Now let us go further beyond our physical body to connect with our own experiences, such as feelings and emotions. Be aware of what you are feeling right now, right here. Just acknowledge your feeling, whether it is pleasant, unpleasant, or in between. Just watch, observe your feeling without trying to run away or without trying to fight. And let go of trying to fix anything. Just allow yourself to be with your feelings. And let all the experiences unfold without any struggles. And allow yourself to be comfortable and feel connected with your own feelings and emotions. Now let us go further beyond our feelings and emotion to connect with our thoughts. Just let any thoughts arise in your mind and simply be aware of these thoughts. Whether it is positive, negative, or in between. You simply watch and witness without reacting over it, without judging it, or without trying to change it. Notice that your thoughts are constantly moving, changing. You let them change. And recognize that all these thoughts are like the clouds, and your mind is like the sky. Identify your mind as a sky. and let it totally open like a sky. And then slowly, with your mind open, let your heart of love and compassion be open. And this love and compassion towards yourself, as well as towards a limitless sentient beings throughout the universe. And notice that this love and compassion is a pure wish to be happy. And recognize that that happiness is the enlightenment. And let yourself be open and genuinely wish for that happiness or enlightenment for the sake of all sentient beings, or to benefit all sentient beings. And let yourself be in that spirits of bodhicitta or mind towards the enlightenment for a while. Now, or in a few moments from now, when you hear the bell ring, please feel free to open your eyes. Now bring your hands together at your heart level and let us do this prayer together, or you can repeat this Bodhisattva Bodhicitta prayer after me. As long as space remains, as long as sentient beings remain, may I too remain and dispel the miseries of the world. Okay, so that is our short meditation on bodhicitta. And as you have experienced in this short period how bodhicitta meditation actually works. And somehow bodhicitta meditation is good for kind of bringing that courage, actually. And we say that bodhicitta mind is like a mind or a wish or willingness to help. So willingness to help, not one person, like willing to help all sentient beings. So it does need a lot of courage, right? And it is like, it's almost like, I want to help, I will help. So it is just like not for a short period of time, or not a few people or one, people. Just like, it just kind of, it goes sort of like a totally limitless sentient beings for limitless time. So to have that kind of spirit, I think you need a lot of courage. And that's why at the end we do the prayer. This prayer was actually composed by this great Indian master, Master Shantideva. And he was one of the Bodhisattva master. His actually prayers are somehow very effective and very powerful. And just kind of like in our Tibetan tradition, sometimes we take a little bit of like a prayer words, and this one is one of the Dalai Lama's favorite prayer. And he actually, he was very straightforward and upfront. He said that sometimes I feel discouraged. Just kind of like even though I have this good intention going on, wanted to help, but then there is a just kind of like it's not enough, and just sometimes I feel discouraged. So he said that this prayer really helped me keep going. And so somehow I think it is really, this prayer has a very powerful effect, if you really think what it is saying, the meaning, as long as space remain, right? So how far you want to remain and help? Many times we don't really want to remain, right? It is like just too tiring. No, I cannot. So to actually have that sense of as long as space remain, and that's like space remain forever, right? And then within that space, as long as sentient beings remain, so if there is even one single sentient beings left, still I will not give up, I will help. May I too remain. So why you want to remain? You are not running away, you are not escaping. So remain means opposite of escape, right? When we kind of ignore, it's like you are not remaining there, you're not there. So remaining is like I will remain. So you're not just remaining there not to do anything, right? So you are actually remaining there and doing what? Helping. See, that is the bodhisattva attitude, or that is the spirit of bodhisattva. And then dispel the miseries of the world, helping sentient beings to free from their sufferings. So this is if you have that kind of spirit, then it is just kind of like we call it like a bodhisattva spirit, or bodhisattva's courage. And that is why, like, sometimes we have a kind of like a nickname for the bodhisattvas. We call them the warrior. The warrior, the brave one. And somehow the brave and warrior, like, which is kind of means like a full of courage. It is just like, and actually in reality, really, it takes a lot of courage, right? Like to vow or to commit it to help one sentient beings, how much courage you need, right? Just like even if it's like you have kids and to take care of it, and sometimes it is just like, wow, it is too tiring. I want to give up. I cannot do this. Like that kind of giving up, like mind comes or things come. So that is like to help all the sentient beings. So then, how much courage we need. So that is why, like to have that kind of spirit actually is very powerful. Like so you will actually, like, you live your life with a sense of purpose. So somehow, and that is a great thing, right? Like if you live your life with this purpose, like whether you are doing it or not, just kind of like, yes, I'm here to help the whole universe. And somehow it will bring energy, I think. You kind of like, you become so enthusiastic about things. So then it is not only about this life. It doesn't matter. I will not become nothing. Even I die, like I will not connected with this body. Right now, I am just kind of like a person who is having a human experience. And maybe next life I will have a different experience, right? So it is like, if you kind of keep your mind more, or you kind of open like that, somehow it really helps. And just kind of like, we will not make such a big deal about small, mundane, trivial thing. It is just like, if we are making so big deal about something happening in this life, then we are a little narrow-minded. It just kind of, it is the symptom of being narrow. So, if you become narrow, then what happens is you will make a small thing very big deal. Like you are driving and somebody just cut you off, and then you just think that is the big deal, right? And then you just waste all your evening just thinking about this. And what is the point, actually, right? If we realistically think about it, okay, somebody cut it off, and then they just went, and they will never know what you're thinking and what you're feeling. They don't care. And we put a lot of energy, we just waste thinking about why did that person do, why. And that is our habit of asking why by making a big deal. And then every time we ask this question, why, positive answer doesn't come. The answer is always negative, right? And this chatting zone, like the mind gets so busy, and it will give you 101 reason why. And maybe just kind of like you because like, oh, maybe I'm bad, and this is always what happened to me, and this is what is, the world is just full of negative people, and you just keep thinking, and at the end, nothing achieved, right? And this precious human life, our human potential, if we just waste this for some small, mundane, not really they are big deal, but we make it big deal, and then, I don't know, just kind of like, I will say that is sad, that is waste, because we have so many other big things, right? This is just like not a big thing. It's just like sometimes we have this kind of things that we waste our, just like these precious moments that we have in our life. And those are, this is not, I'm not talking from a religious point of view even, right? It is nothing really to do with the religious. It is just a common sense. It is just, as a human being, yeah, like we are all given with such a great opportunity to experience life. And just kind of like even getting a one moment to experience this kind of life is very precious. And it takes a lot of karmic investment. That's Buddhist thing, right? To get this life experience is not easy in the universe, in this big universe. To get a human experience is not an easy thing. It really takes a lot of karma. So somehow, in our past life, maybe we did accumulate many good karma, and then all this huge karma that we have accumulated, we invested on this. And we should utilize it, right? We should make it for better. So that is what I think. And for that, I think having a bodhisattva spirit is very, very good, very effective, I will say. So that is our Bodhicitta meditation tonight. And then have a rest of the evening peaceful and joyful. All right, thank you. Yeah.